The ultimate battle, Nova and Vitality. Who is going to be our first grand finalist of today?
Okay, look, I'm again even more empowered by this Nova pick. We haven't seen Wendy get on the Mai throughout, hasn't given much space, but the fact that she's able to pick this one up and finally have it in the 7th game, I expect to see fireworks from Wendy on the Mai.
Oh, he needs to have a kill at this point, right? If Wendy doesn't get a kill, this game is not going to work for Nova. Right? Likewise, I think Vitality, it's all about the wave clear here. The reason why they pick one Yixing, they want to have a faster clear, they want to have the counter initiation as well.
Yeah, and it's going to set things up, right? I mean, I think when it comes back to those team fights, you have that giant pit, which is a little bit different from what, Nova have. Like, yeah, you have the Mai, you have that potential burst, but when the teams start to group up, it gets a little scary. You could potentially see Wen really controlling those team fights.
Yeah, then it really comes down to the Clash laners, right? How much can Xuan or KeKe do? And I love the fact that this is a mirror matchup, right? Because it really shows you who the better player is, and then overall, it is who's the better team.
Yeah, zero excuses. It's all about this game. Going into this one, you know what I mean? Like, it couldn't be more even, right? You're picking your bread and butter. The Wen Yixing versus the Wendy Mai being the only differential. But going into this, it's all about tempo. It's all about putting pressure on, because once you've got the little bit of an advantage, if you've got equal heroes, you're going to have a little bit easier time to kind of lock down the enemy team.
Yeah, okay, random curiosity. So, if they lay down the path of passing, do both organs get to go over it?
No, I think you can only use your own, right? I don't know.
Should be, but it'd be quite interesting to see that happen as well.
Let's see. Okay, Dao is scared to use the enemy one. He's like, no, that's not mine. Duh. Okay, we were gonna do that for the sake of science, and Dao doesn't want to help us with those experiments at this point.
It's okay. It's okay to be selfish at times.
All right, but going in here, look, again, just more farm to Dao and CY. I think that, there are the win conditions. They should be fine with this one, but it's gonna be. This is exciting, right? The fact that it's the 7th game in both of them. Like, Wendy, I feel like needs to be making a little bit more of a high impact, but he wants to clear the wave before he moves into the other lanes.
Okay, look, there's certain things in this game, certain markers that will be of even more importance in this game, which not necessarily saying that it's not important in the usual games, but last hitting, you need to get as much farm as you can, right? The better. Just the slightest of difference in items really makes the world difference here, and Waypit getting caught.
Yeah, taking liberties. The world is my board, and first blood is going to be given. Waypit is going to go down, but do they get a return kill? No, they're under tower, and Nova are behind, not able to make them pay.
Both Wen and KeKe read that movement perfectly. They knew exactly what Wendy was trying to do there.
Yeah, they knew what they needed to have done, but now CY is going to deal with 3 members in that mid lane. Zhuan gets pushed aside. On, looking to go for this one. He's being super aggressive on the Zhuan. Diving under the tower? No, he's going to step back. He'll take the Firehawk instead.
Yep, the farm is more important here than risking a chance to get a kill and, potentially die under the turret. So, I think it's a good decision here by the side of Arn.
Yeah, and Nova need to bounce back. They're a little bit behind, but into the mid lane. Oh, he's going to go golden, but not enough. Wen falls. Muchi gets credit for this one. The Heart Link, no, not enough. CY slices him down, and Muchen is down for the kill as well, and that's a 2-for-0 in favor of Nova.
Yeah, and they recovered the farm as well.
They recovered here. Dao just trying to deal with the mid lane. He's with all 5, the Conductor of Souls, but they're not really scared. The Truth pushing him back. Dao is going to tank most of this one. 5 members of Nova putting a lot of pressure in. They're committing to this. They want to put pressure on that mid T1.
Okay, and the fact of the matter is KeKe did not expand his Truth Mantra, so Nova definitely going to play a little bit safer. They don't want to open that chance up.
Yeah, he would definitely make some waves at this point. But, look, I think that they're going to go back into the lanes. They're going to continue on. Wendy hasn't. He's trying to stick around. I think Wen dying on that one was a little bit of a detriment to him, obviously. But we'll check out the replay here.
Yep, good combination actually. So they actually saved that combination to kill Waypit. Now the question is, how much of an advantage can they farm off of this kill onto Waypit, right? Because look, they're very close in farm, and like I said, the slightest of goal differences will affect the result of teamfights and this game.
Yeah. And look at how Team Vitality, 4 members, sticking around in this mid lane, putting pressure in. And they're leaving KeKe and Zhuan to be on their own on the bottom lane. They want to just ensure that, hey, if we're going to make any sort of movements, we want to put pressure down, right? Those overlords or the tyrant is now going to be started here, and it looks like it's going to go the way of Nova.
Okay, that's a big marker, right? So this means they have the ability to fight even more. At the same time, they get the gold and EXP advantage. So Vitality, they have to take care about what kind of fights they want to choose in this moment.
Yeah. It's going to be key, right? But I think at the same time, none of these teams really wants to fight. I mean, CY is being aggressive. This is going to be a little bit of a smite battle. The Conductor of Souls onto him, and CY, it looks like he's going to continue to stay over the path of passing, but KK is going to be the first to fall. Waypit jumps onto him. He's got the Heartlink onto CY, but now Dao might have been in a bad spot. They do have the damage with that Kachusen, and Wendy gets a double kill, and that's why you don't give him the mine.
Yep, 5 members strong. They're looking to for more resources across the map as well. Now, this is a huge dwindling of farm for the side of Vitality, and Nova definitely will have the advantage.
Oh, look at Wendy. Oh, the Kachusen. Oh, with the Shinobi picks off Wen. You cannot just go bush to bush because you're going to get caught out. Nova Esports taking advantage of the numbers and that map control. Now they've turned it into a bottom T1 as well.
Did they just send Vitality down the drain and back home here? That's the big question. This is a sizable lead. 2,000 with the same draft?
Yeah, it's actually huge at this point. And look, look, we thought that CY was a little bit over-aggressive. Keke dying on that one. And this is a moment where Dao probably should have played a little bit safer. He did not expect that many. But then Wendy from the side gets the nice little flank with that Kachusen. And then Wen just face-checking the different bushes, just trying to see if it's safe. Not able to do it. Now they're falling behind.
Yeah, KK did not have the ability to afford the chance to die there. There was no turnaround in that fight, and Nova, they took advantage, full advantage in fact, of that situation. Cleared the jungle, took a T1 on the bot, took a T1 in the mid. Now they're gonna finish the job off with the T1s all across the map on the side of Vitality, gone.
Yeah, and this is sad face for Dao, right? I mean, he's trying to take this blue buff, but there's 4 members of Nova. This is gonna be super tough to go in. The Conductor of Souls, and it looks like Dao is gonna be killed. He was sticking around, he just needs his buff, and he's not able to get it. The taking liberties is not enough, but the truth catching on to 2. But where's the follow-up damage? And Keke dies with him. We ride together and we die together.
That is why they picked up the mine, right? To stop KK from coming in with that truth mantra. No counterplay available. Sure, you get us, but as long as Wendy is not caught and Muchi is not caught, we have the ability to stun you out of it.
Yeah, and here we go. Nova Esports, they know how to play with the lead, forcing it down, putting pressure on the mid T2. They're looking to go for this, but the Destiny countered, pushing them back. They're going to be aggressive, and it looks like they will finally back off, but man, that was precarious for both sides.
Yep, and still pokes available on the side. CY, he could very well get a few more kills down here.
Yeah, no way to defend on this one. Dao, he just wants his buff. He's not able to get a single one. CY and Muchi both with the buffs on this point, but Nova doing such a good job of playing with a lead here, and it looks like, you know, Team Vitality are struggling to get back in this game.
Yep, 2 levels ahead, 2,000 gold ahead as well. This is not looking good for the side of Vitality. CY though, I think he has been phenomenal. The communication coming out from Nova, it's not a little, it's much better coming out from the side of Nova.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. They've been playing very well. I mean, when they're going in, but here we go. KK finds a nice little truth. That's could be a good kill for them. They found Xuan. Now they're going to be on the run. Nova wants something in return. CY is still up in front, and Team Vitality, all 5 still full, but they're playing a little bit scared. They're giving a lot of respect. They're even giving up the blue buff to Nova here.
Yep, it's a good decision, I think, in the side of Vitality. They don't want to afford any losses here, especially with the growth on the side of Wendy. He is a monster right now.
Yeah, he's an absolute monster. Very scary. I mean, it's becoming a little bit of a mid-diff in that sense. A 2K gold lead over Wen. And it could be a little bit of a draft here, right? Yixing is definitely more passive playstyle compared to Wendy, who's been aggressive. And Wendy has been that aggressor that you want to be. Getting those pickoffs, ensuring that, hey, any sort of burst potential, and he gets those pickoffs.
Yep. We're looking for Wen to provide us with the world's my board, the best one possible, right? That could be the big market change for them to flip the script here. And once again, it does not hit the mark, so Nova, they have a chance to counterplay this.
Yeah, this is a potential, but who's going to take the red buff? And it looks like Nova will pick up yet another. They've contested everything, made it very uncomfortable for Team Vitality to get anything going. But you're talking about those perfect boards. It really comes down to play style and playing some things, some drafts that are a little bit simpler because this is very difficult. If Wen is able to get the miracle board and set things up for the rest of the team, great, but it's not going to be easy, especially with Nova's spacing.
Okay, there's something that I noticed here that might make the difference. One actually goes for the Venomous Staff. No Venomous Staff inside for the side of Nova. They trust their heals to be much stronger.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're going to trust each other. They're going to understand exactly how they do this, right? CY over the wall, constantly switching back and forth with that vision. It looks like the Tyrant is going to be picked up. Dao thinking about going in, is looking to go for the steal, but he's been pushed away. They have it, and they got the Tyrant, and CY is continuing on. They've already got Wen. He's been taken out. There was no board. Nova Esports still in the driver's seat here.
Yep, very easy control coming out from Nova. The repositioning by Xuan has been absolutely a difficult one to handle on the side of Vitality.
Yeah, they have been able to find a single... Oh, but the truth connecting on. They almost got Wendy, but the Heartlink back kicking now dies with his own life. CY continuing on, has the Blood Rage, has the heals, but do they have the damage? They do, and Dao has been executed.
Oh, it's over.
And it's over right now as they get a triple kill with CY. They're looking to close the mid T3, and they will take down your base. And congratulations to Nova as they win again, and they continue on into the grand finals.
No other way to do it. Nova, this was the win they were looking for. Look, they were knocked down onto the ground over and over again by the side of Team Vitality. But like true champions, they rose up, they adapted, and they showed them who's boss.
Wow, just the bounce back, right? Being down 1-3 and then winning the next 3 to get yourselves in that position to win. And now this comes back to Team Vitality. Dao, I hate to spotlight him, but he's been here before. He was on Fearless Esports, and unfortunately, they were never able to kind of overcome the Malaysian teams when it came to any of the seasons or the championship. And the fact that they were so close, they were up 3-1. They had that potential to close it out, to exercise all of those ghosts and those demons, and he falls short yet again. Congratulations to Nova Esports.
Look at Wendy, right? He even purposefully pulled down the jacket of Mickey so that you could see clearly their jacket here, looking to sell some merch as well. And Wendy, I have to say, this is the first time I've seen him smiling. You know how much this means to the side of Nova, right? Over and over again, this is history for them, right? The pattern is there. They have never been able to reach the top stage. And finally now, after a year, and maybe even years of trying, they are here.
Yeah, I mean, totally earned, right? We're going into this one. We always knew the Malaysian squads were going to be the top dogs. They were always going to be the favorite, but the fact that they came in here as that #1 seed with so much pressure, getting themselves into a position where, and then they get to the semifinals where they're down 1-3, and they were like, hey, we still got this. We're going to be cool, calm, and collected. We're going to be the resilient team, and they showed up. Congratulations again to Nova Esports as they make it to the grand finals.
Yeah, so they flipped Team Vitality and placed them on their backs. This will lead us to the second series of the day. That's going to be Blacklist International going up against Nongshim. Another big series to watch because these are the dreams of, once again, 2 different regions that have not made it to this stage of the game just yet. Grand finalists, it means the world to either of these teams.
Yeah, and I'm expecting an ultimate battle in that second series because you and I will be back on that one again, and I think that's pretty much guaranteed.